They say that mind is king for a very good reason. Actually, everything you believe in is exactly what's happening. What you see is what you get. It only takes to change your perspective, to change your world. So everything you do puts some impressions in your mind that are going to stay there, be good or bad. It's very often we think we can't do something, instead of thinking, how can we do something? You know, there are so many people who think they can't dance, but sometimes they just go home and they just groove, you know, to the beat. Or people think they can't like sing or something, but then suddenly they start singing in the shower and it sounds good. So there are so many limiting beliefs, you know. Even before starting doing something, we already decide, okay, it's not for me. But why should not it be for you or for me if there are so many other people who prove it's working for them, you know? It could also be a chance that it could be working for you. Basically, limiting beliefs, it's like this, like you imagine some door and somehow this door is always closed for you. You can't open this door of possibilities, you know. But it's really like an imaginary door. It's an imaginary wall, basically, between you and the whole world. Yeah, that you kind of like imagine there's a distinguish between you and the whole world, and the possibilities are all there, but you can't, you know, jump over this wall. Somehow, you know, there's this idea of dividing yourself from the whole world, and this way also depriving yourself from a lot of possibilities and limiting yourself to some small area around you and with some walls and doors which don't really exist. And I have so much of those. I mean, I had much more than now, but still I have a lot. For example, I used to think I can't really cook. But it took me years to realize that each time I cook something, people really appreciate it. They always say, oh, you cook so nice, and thank you, and so on. And it was completely different people. So at some point I had to admit, it looks like I really can cook pretty well. Maybe it's not extraordinary, but it's nice. People enjoy it. So I can cook. Nice, okay. And very often these limiting beliefs also sabotage your entrepreneurial, you know, spirit. Like when you think I can't really be an entrepreneur, you know, no, it's not for me, I'm not so whatever, free in my mind to create a lot of things. I used to think I'm not creative myself, you know, I really thought so. And then I realized that when I had activities where I could be creative, that suddenly I was creative. Somehow when I let myself be creative, I became creative. But it's not that I became creative, the creativity was always there, it's just let myself be creative. I allowed myself to let this creative part of me out, if you know what I mean. But also when it comes to your business, you know, everybody can be an entrepreneur. Everybody can be a solopreneur. And if you're thinking it's not for you, but you are curious or would like to, don't know what to start with, then really consider subscribing to this channel. It's exactly for people like you, you know, who want to try things out, who want to be free and start things from scratch and really create freedom in life and enjoy life. So if you are one of those people, then consider subscribing to this channel. And if you like this video so far, please also give it a like, because it really helps me, you know, get this video noticed on YouTube. So it would be a great help. You really need to start treating your limiting beliefs like some friend who needs a reality check, you know, because reality is that you can do everything you want. The reality proves, you know, many people prove it's possible. As long as you open this door of possibilities, your imaginary door, then suddenly everything becomes possible. Suddenly you can, you know, start a business. Suddenly you can make a YouTube channel if you want. Like, I never thought I would make a YouTube channel because, you know, I'm afraid of public speaking. I don't like talking to the camera at all. Now I don't care. It's a camera, why not? It's not that the whole world is going to watch it anyway. It's like we have this idea that everybody's going to see it, but who is going to watch it? A few of your subscribers. At the beginning, really few. Later, maybe hundreds of people. So what? Let them watch it. Let them judge you. It doesn't matter. You know, who cares? the main thing is that you really understand what you want, that you really understand, does it really like fit with your goals or with your values? Is it really something you want? It's not about, I want to open a YouTube channel. It's like, why do you want to, to create a YouTube channel? Tell me why. What is the reason behind? Is it something that you want to share with the world in your life, or is it some knowledge, some experience that you want to help other people with, because it worked for you, now it can be working for somebody else? And if you have those idealistical thoughts and ideas, then it's really something for you, Or you can create a product where you explain how to solve some particular problem. I have a free training on how to build your dream business. It's a half-an-hour training. Really, if you don't know, like, what is that thing in you that you can, offer to the world as a gift, then consider, watching it, because you could start your business based on your experience, based on your journey, based on your story. So what I would really like you to do is really to consider not taking your limiting beliefs seriously, really try to implement humor in your life in general, but also when it comes to limiting beliefs. Every time you say, I can't do it, really think about it, like, what is that imaginary door that you are trying to create, which is not really there. Your mind can be very creative in creating imaginary limiting doors. And I'm now in Bavaria, in South Germany. It's a beautiful place here, beautiful forest around like this. Anyway, so next time you decide that you can't do something, if you don't want to do and you say I can't, then it's okay. Because sometimes people say I can't do it because they don't really want, subconsciously. Then it's okay. Then you really should think, like, what do you want to do? Is it really something for you? What is the thing behind? But if you actually decide that you want to do something, but you don't do for some reason, then this is the question. If you are honest with yourself that you want to do something, then you definitely have to do it. And you can. That's the good thing, that you actually can. And everything which happens in my life just proves it, I do whatever I want. Just do what I want, and that's the beauty of it, that you don't really have to fit to anything. You can just do what you want. You can do or not do, you can create or not create, you can decide. It's a free world if we decide so. We decide for ourselves that we live in a free world, even if it's not free, but you create this world. You create this freedom as much as you want. And then you live this life. And then you just hang out in some Bavarian forests. Why not? It's nice. I love nature, there's a limiting belief that we don't belong to the nature, but actually we humans, we also belong to the nature as much as the rest of the living beings. So anyway, I really encourage you to think about what limiting beliefs you might have, and maybe you share some story or some limiting beliefs in the comments. I would really appreciate it. And if you have any advice, like how to work with limiting beliefs, then please also share. But the first step, I really think, is to understand that they are not real. They are really fake. You need a reality check, So, all the best, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I don't promise I will show up every week, because I'm actually on vacation now. But I wanted to show up, so that's why I'm kind of showing up. And yeah, I'm happy to show up. I'm enjoying it. I just do what I want. So, if you subscribe, then we will see each other again. See you next time.